Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the interview with Kimberly Williams, me, the host of the show. We have a really exciting guest for you today. We are going to be bringing you Mary Green of the Black Expo. She's the one who created the Black Expo show, and she's going to be with us today and talking about the event coming up on April 3rd through the 5th. So tell me a little bit about who you are, Mary.
Wow.
Very, very happy to have you here on the show today.
Thank you. I'm glad to come out and to be a part of the show. What can I tell you about me? Wow, I've been in the business a long time. So started in television, actually, back in my hometown of Rochester, New York, and moved to Chicago back in the late 80s to work for NBC, and then somehow moved over to radio, and before I knew it, I was creating the Black Women's Expo. My job at the time was the promotion and marketing director. So we were producing all of the events for the radio station, whether they were for our listening audience or for our advertisers. So we were doing trips and concerts and parties and all of those things. But somewhere along the line, we decided we needed to do something a little bit more, serious, a little bit more empowering, a little bit more informational and educational for our attendees, and especially for our listening audience at that time, which was, mostly female, 60% Black female. And so there were a lot of issues, as they are now, still in our community, that we wanted to engage women on and talk about, and hopefully to try and find some solutions to what we were dealing with. So that's how it began. We thought we could put together a weekend event, and at the time it was called an Expo for Today's Black Woman. Okay. And over the years, that got shortened quite a bit to the Black Women's Expo. But this is our 26th anniversary. Wow. I know. And it's
Congratulations.
April 3rd. Thank you. It's April 3rd through the 5th at McCormick Place in the North Building.
Okay. I've attended the McCormick Place event with the Black Women's Expo, and I can tell you that you guys have a lot of power in one building for Black women, and the show
Black girl magic, I'm told.
Lots of Black girl magic. And what made you, how were you able to bring these women together and say, hey, this is what we're going to do, and organize it? Because when you get a lot of Black women together in one room, things could go haywire.
I think when you get a lot of people together in one room,
absolutely,
things could go haywire.
Yeah.
We started with the community organization. So we formed an advisory committee of women. Okay. And I think that's what really catapulted us in the early years, is to put those organizations together from around the Chicagoland community that could tell us about some of the things that they were experiencing, or the community was experiencing. So we put those women on an advisory committee of women. And actually, until just a couple of years ago, that committee was still together. Some of the women on, but we kept that committee together for the last 25 years. But those women from those organizations would talk to us about what is going on in the community. Those topics we needed to discuss at the Expo. Those women we needed to bring in as speakers. Those organizations we needed to have on the exhibit floor. The kinds of health screenings we need to do. So I think that's what started us off, on the right foot, is to make sure that as a radio station, we weren't trying to figure out that we knew what to do, that we knew everything about what was happening in the community, that we brought in some of the experts to work with us.
What has changed from the time you started to now as far as issues, things, entrepreneurship?
I wish I could say that a whole lot has changed.
Okay.
It hasn't.
Okay.
I mean, when you really look around at it, some of the same issues that we were dealing with then, racial profiling, discrimination, all of those things are still very apparent. Even though, it may not be as tough as it was back then. Hashtag Me Too, all of that, the Me Too movement is new. But all of those things were going on back then, especially for African American women. How do we advance in corporate America, So I would say that, we keep going at it, we keep striving, and things are getting better. But a lot of the issues that we started with, we still have.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, and thank you for being so transparent, because I agree there are a number of different issues. We're working through them.
Yeah, we are.
But there are still a lot of issues that come about. Yeah. What are some of the workshops that you really enjoy, and maybe some of our viewers might want to know, what does Mary like, without putting you on the spot, because I don't want you to, feel like you have to leave one on.
I won't name any names of speakers or anything like that, but I think, always the workshop on relationships is something that I think is really fun, that we have at the show every year. Generally, we have a group of men, combating a group of women.
Okay.
But it's really to talk about, what, you experience as a female and what men, think about relationships or experience that we don't think we know.
What day is that going to be on?
That is usually on Saturday.
Okay.
And the place is packed. That room is packed. You can't get in that room because everybody wants to know how men think.
Yes, definitely.
And being a Black Women's Expo, the majority of the women there are Black women, but we do have a lot of men that come. So we had to start a few years ago of creating some things for men to do while they're there.
Absolutely. We definitely don't want them to be left out or feel, like this is the women versus the men type of thing. But the relationship workshop, I'm definitely going to have to be in attendance.
That's the fun part. Then you have, the panel of doctors.
Okay.
It's called Ask the Doctor.
Okay.
And that's where women can actually sit in a room with the whole panel of all kind of physicians, and to be able to ask questions that they're uncomfortable asking, their own doctor, or maybe have not seen a doctor in a while, and bring up some of those issues. Can get up to the mic and ask those questions that we're never able to ask, and maybe get the right answer. So those things are really near and dear to my heart, is to see when that happens,
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you guys have a lot of food places set up, and a lot of just so much different things that's going on.
Well, we feel like we have a couple components at the show. So you have the exhibit floor where all of the exhibitors are.
Okay.
Anywhere nearly 300 exhibitors, small businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have the corporate arena where all of our corporations are, who are doing big displays. Maybe some of them are doing surveys. They really want to connect with the consumer. Which is why they're there. The African American consumer is one of their targets. So they're there to really engage and to be around that consumer. Small businesses that are there, they're selling to you. You guys are their target consumer as well. Mm-hmm. So we've been able to, and that's another piece that I think is really, really great that has happened over the years, is that we've been able to jumpstart a number of small businesses at the Expo.
Absolutely. I hear nothing but really great and positive things about people, even myself, that has attended the Expo, and everybody's invited.
Everybody's invited.
Whether you're a male, female, black, white,
Exactly.
everybody's invited. And come out and enjoy the show and be with us at the Expo, because I'm going to be there. I'm going to actually attend every day, and I'm going to be participating in the workshops. Also, I have a question for you as far as the ticket prices. Do you guys have an ideal about, is it going to be affordable?
It has always been affordable.
Okay.
That was the other thing. We keep it affordable not only for the business owners who want to be exhibitors. We sell half price in October generally every year. Tickets are on sale now at all Walgreens locations around the Chicagoland area, and they're half price. So they're only $12.50. And you can come to the Expo, and probably cheaper than a movie ticket, I think, now, to be a part of the show.
Okay, so McCormick Place has a setup where it's handicap accessible.
It is.
There's tons of people that can direct you where to go. Do not hesitate to even reach out to me if you have any questions about how you can get in touch with getting your tickets for the Expo. We'll provide all of our information at the end of the show. We'll also provide the website of how you can get directions and things like that. But don't be afraid to come out. The coronavirus, do you think that's going to affect the
it should not. At this point, we are not. We're not, talking about any cancellations.
Great.
The show will go on. It's mostly local, maybe, a little bit regional in terms of the exhibitors and attendees that come. The shows that you may see canceling at some of the big convention centers around the country are either in those areas where there's been a lot of cases, but also there's a lot of global travel to some of these big shows, these big trade shows. We're not that. So we're not, we're keeping in touch. With the CDC and hearing, what any new alerts, as well as McCormick Place, and to make sure that we're aware of everything that's going on. And they've put new information on their website to talk about, what they're doing when there are conventions and shows going on in the facility. So we're making it very, very healthy for people to come out.
Okay, and what about children? Do you recommend everybody bring their children?
Oh, people bring their children. Oh, for sure. Under a certain age, the tickets are free, and then they're $5 for children. And we have the kids' corner. We have many different pieces of things to do for kids at the Expo.
Okay, what about the leadership conference? Can you
That's our new component, the BWE Leadership Conference, which I'm very excited about, which is
Yay.
3 tracks for women who are in a professional capacity, women who are either established in corporate America or those who are new and emerging going into corporate America, maybe out of college. And then the 3rd track is small business owners.
Okay.
So all of those there will be seminars for them for 2 days, so it's Friday and Saturday. And there'll be things you need to know that you may not know while you're in business, and things that we can help you with. So there's going to be some dynamic speakers and some wonderful stuff to hear and to see. And the sessions only last 45 minutes each, but they go on all day long.
Wow. And I want to reiterate, we can buy our tickets now.
They've been on sale since February 10th.
Do you guys hear that? The tickets are on sale now. Go get your tickets before they sell out.
Yeah.
I'm getting my tickets. I'm actually going to buy a couple of tickets for friends and family members. So
Yes, for sure.
You
Thanks
guys,
so much.
And stay tuned for our next episode.
Oh my goodness! My heart is so full. All these beautiful black women in the building. Make some noise for yourself. Whether you're light skin, dark skin, chocolate, tall, short, skinny, it don't matter. We are all sisters, and we are all from the club of the Black Girl Magic. Make some noise for Remy Ma!
The Black Women's Expo, so far from everything I see, it is definitely empowering. It definitely makes you think about the different things that women are so capable of doing, and just being in the atmosphere where other women are following their dreams and they're starting their businesses and they're being entrepreneurs. It just makes you feel like you're on the right path.
It's been so fun. There's so many people here. Everybody's excited. I had an opportunity to talk to a whole room full of women about self-worth and self-love and natural hair, and they were so receptive and inquisitive and positive. I think that's the overall sense that I'm getting, the positivity in the whole atrium, the energy, the excitement. It's exciting to see entrepreneurs and vendors have an opportunity to sell their goods and communicate with the public directly.
Show your love, Black Women's Expo, Jenny So I want to feel your body all over my body. Morning, noon, and night, baby, 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 baby.
I have been coming to this event for many more years than I care to mention, and it never disappoints. Celebrities talking about the things that you care about, new ideas for beauty and for health, and all the things that make our lives better. So it's a wonderful part to be a part of this wonderful event. iHeartMedia is one of the media sponsors, and we love being here, and I know you'll love being here too.
Gigi and Lori out here with me from Lip Service, so for us to travel together, that was fun. And then coming into the expo, and I love the energy of having like all my sisters in the building, everybody's positive, everybody's having a good time, seeing all the entrepreneurs. That always puts me in a higher spirit also. And then just the love that we got while we were here in Chicago, people who came to the panel and were so excited to see us and meet us and say that they listened to the podcast, and that everybody grasped the idea that lip service is not just about us women talking about sex, but it's more than just that. It's educational, it's empowering. And so I feel like that message really got delivered today, and it's a good time.